Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? It's that time of the year again. How many people are already saying that when a new budget comes out, the exchange rates are going to be in there? That's what I've been waiting for. How many of those videos? Because every year around the same time, they say the same thing. There's no way the budget can pass without a new rate in there. Isn't that what we hear all the time? There is some news on the exchange rate. We'll cover that here in just a moment, as well as some interesting news about the Iraqi stock exchange. So let's go ahead and get started. I just want to give everybody a quick reminder. You can go over to Pimpy's News Network. It is free for everybody. Everybody has access to the videos that are on the website. Before we get started, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying gold and silver, head on over to our friends at Miles Franklin. The link will be down below in the description. When you make your purchase, make sure you use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and they'll take care of you. If you have any additional questions, you can reach us over here at this phone number or over here at this particular email. For all orders over $10,000, reach out by email and we'll make sure that you get a great deal. So come on over to Miles Franklin and add to your precious metal inventory. Well, this first article is definitely a very good one for those of us who are invested in the Iraqi stock exchange. Credit Bank of Iraq achieves a profit of 20.4 billion dinars. So the Iraqi Credit Bank achieved a profit of 20.4 billion dinars from the beginning of the year until the third quarter. That's just in 3 quarters. According to the bank's financial statements, revenues amounted to 26.4 billion dinars, achieving a growth of 38% during the same period the last year of 19.1 billion dinars. The bank's assets rose from 524.8 billion dinars, but deposits fell to 137.5 dinars from 150.6 billion dinars. So the bank owns a retained profit of 38.7 billion dinars, which has been accumulated for many years. So if I remember our list of stocks that we had, this one was part of it. I think the BROI has been some of our first initial stocks that we bought. You can see right here in 2022, the stock was around 39 cents, 40 cents per share. It is now up to 86 cents per share as of the close of the day. That is a really nice increase in value over that short period of time. Hopefully we still have those stocks. I'm pretty sure we do, because there wasn't very many companies on the stock exchange when we first got into it. And I think we pretty much invested in almost all of them. So that's a really good investment to be in. And I only anticipate the bank stocks going up more and more. As a matter of fact, they might be some of the fastest growing stocks in Iraq. And the reason for that is because they keep expanding on the banks, putting them through reform. And if they're doing all this inclusion thing, well, then that means more members are going to become part of the banking sector shortly here. And all that's going to do is drive up the value of the stocks. Among them is about the exchange rates, the most important advantages of increasing Iraq's shares in the IMF. All right, let's see what they have to say about the exchange. So the Prime Minister's advisor for financial affairs, Saleh, confirmed on Saturday that increasing Iraq's share of the international currency is a step towards facing economic challenges and the stability of the dinar, while pointing out that there is a tool against exchange rate fluctuations, inflation problems, and enhancing investors' confidence in the Iraqi economy. These are things that we spoke about several times over the past couple of years, how to stabilize the Iraqi dinar. Building your foreign currency reserves, as well as having a heavy investment into gold, will help stabilize Iraqi dinar's exchange rate. And it looks like Iraq is doing that with no problem. It says here that Saleh told the official agency, followed by the news that Iraq keeps a reserve of gold within its foreign reserves, which is a part of the official reserves of the Central Bank of Iraq, as cash gold is a means of supporting the value of the Iraqi dinar and achieving the desired economic stability. He added, when inflation rises and the value of the currencies decrease, the price of gold usually rises, and it has been. So gold is a hedge tool against inflation or currency depreciation, and is also a pattern of long-term investment and contributions to diversifying the country's sovereign investment portfolio, because it is a stable asset compared to currency volatility. So I remember looking at the things that Iraq had to do in order to be part of the World Trade Organization was they had to make sure that they had a diversified investment portfolio. And this contributes to that. So that's a good thing. Not to mention it helps stabilize the Iraqi Dinar, which is one of the requests from the World Trade Organization. He continued, our country keeps about 150 tons of gold and constitutes a percentage of the country's foreign currency reserves, as this reserve is managed according to the guidance evidence issued by the International Monetary Financial Organization, and it represents a hedge tool and a safe and suitable haven as an important part of the national currency coverage. He pointed out that the monetary authorities in our country have sought in recent years to increase its gold reserves in order to face economic challenges and ensure the stability of the Iraqi dinar. He pointed out that gold remains a protective tool against fluctuation in exchange rates and inflation problems, and also contributes to the strengthening investor confidence in the Iraqi economy. Earlier, the Council of Ministries approved an increase in Iraq shares in the International Monetary Fund's equivalent, the SDR they're talking about, or the equivalent of how many dinars according to the exchange rate on October the 8th, 2024, provided that the amount of increase in the allocations for 2025 is guaranteed and that the proposed increase will lead to an increase in Iraq's share of the IMF fund by 50% of their previous quota and to increase Iraq's voting power. So in addition to all this news, I believe it is the Iraqi Bank of Credit are going to add more branches in different governance around Iraq, which means more business for that bank and the potential increase in the value in that particular bank's stock on the Iraqi stock exchange. So the banking sector is definitely a good investment for people who are thinking about investing into the Iraqi stock exchange. Anyways, that's it for now. I'll get at you later. I'm out.